Okay, so apparently there's a lady going around saying that she got pregnant by Stevie J, right? And she's saying that he ghosted her after she found out she was pregnant and she had shared that with him, and she basically haven't heard from him since, right? And she said out of her own mouth that, not long after they met, they were having sex. Not long after that, right? Now, here's what I have to say about this. And I'm not going to be too hard on her because I feel as women, you know, um, we may like a guy, you know, and we may think more of him than, let's just say, we should, right? And sometimes he may be a little more slicker, and he may be a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? But here's the part where I have to, pop her hand, right? Because the thing is, I think we've all seen how Stevie J acts on TV when he was on Love and Hip Hop, right? So it's no need for me to go into great detail about how he was on the show, because I mean you can look up Amazon Prime and they still have all Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's episodes from season 1. So if you need an update on how Stevie J was, do that, right? So I can even use me for an example, and you'll see why I'm bringing this up. I like older men, right? And it's not just because I've noticed they usually have deeper pockets. It's not only because of that. I didn't say all the time. I said from my experience, meaning usually, right? Um, because my father figure was an older man, right? So the thing is, like the old saying goes, girls usually end up with guys that remind them of their father. Like the old, how people say, if a girl didn't have a daddy around, she usually attaches herself to any relationship because she's looking for a father figure, right? I had a father figure. So can't nobody say, oh well, da da da. I had a father figure all my life. The same man. Okay. And it wasn't like I saw my dudes in and out of relationships, in and out of relationships. She was with the same man before I was even born. Before I was even born. And when he went on to be with God, they were married already almost 30 years. So they were married for a while. So, because they were together before I was even born. You see what I'm saying? So they were together a while. So it wasn't like I saw my dude's house like me. You know how some females say my mama had this boyfriend, that boyfriend. She said I didn't see that growing up, right? So the thing is, I'm naturally attracted to guys that are older. I have gave guys around my age a chance, but it just seems like that maturity level just isn't really there. You see what I'm saying? So not to say all older guys are mature, because as we all know, that's not the case, right? You have some out here that portray to be like Stevie J, but of course he isn't, right? So I'm going to tell you all how I feel about the situation, and I'm going to tell you all where I feel like Stevie J is going with it. Then I'm going to wrap this up, okay? Um, First of all, I want this to be a lesson for her, you know, and however she chooses to deal with the situation, that's on her, right? But, I feel that it's kind of hard to feel bad for her, to be honest, because it's not like you didn't know. I told y'all from the beginning of this channel, I'm the type of person, I can learn from watching other people's mistakes. You have countless examples of women that have laid with Stevie J and he has left them single parents, single baby mamas. Okay? Why would you want to join the baby mama committee? You had Mimi that he didn't do right by. He had her on national television looking stupid with Jocelyn. Now, as we all know, they said some of this stuff on Love and Hip Hop was fake and contrived, and people was doing it for a storyline, but some of it wasn't. Some of it was real life. You know, and Mimi has said in numerous interviews that she really did not know about Jocelyn. Jocelyn said it was a lie at first. She said because they didn't had threesomes, be prior to, but Mimi said no, they had threesomes behind scenes, meaning, when the show was going on. But either way, Mimi has always said she really did not know about Jocelyn. He had Mimi looking stupid. He had Jocelyn looking stupid when he was denying her baby. She said that was real life. He really did not think that Bella was his, Bonnie Bella. I think that's her name. You had how many other baby mamas before Mimi? Him and Faith didn't work out. For the longest time, he told us that Faith and him were just friends. Which, I'm going to be honest, I always thought Faith Evans was for the community. I'm sorry, I just have no respect for a woman that got with her ex-lovers or boo or whatever you want to call it. Boyfriend, husband. I don't know if her and B.I.G. were married or not. I don't know. I just have no respect for you if you loving on a crew like that. Don't give me that we just grew to love each other. We just grew. I don't give a fuck. I believe Tupac when he said he fucked on your bitch. After I saw her and Stevie, oh yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I believe he had her. I believe he did. I believe he was referring to her. I believe it. I believe it. That's some scandalous shit, right? So, nothing surprises me with her, okay? So, that's that, right? So, the thing is, that tells you a little bit about his character as well, that he would get with his if I'm not mistaken, they said him and B.I.G. were close. That tells you something, right? And what I'm not going to do is go down a list of everything that you should already know. What I don't understand is why would you come to the internet and tell your business? Why are you coming to us telling us your business? You need to figure out what you're going to do about the situation. If you're going to go through with it, that's on you. Because if I'm not mistaken, Stevie probably ain't even got shit for real. Faith already said she was helping him pay for some of the child support of the other kids like a dumbass. Ain't no way I'm paying child support on some kids that I ain't lay down and made. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just dumb. He needed help paying for the kids he already had. Why would you... Stevie, for real, he the type of dude that you supposed to tell him no glove, no love. You're not supposed to play that shit when it comes to dudes like him. If you absolutely positively feel like you need the penis, you supposed to tell him no glove, no love. And I don't want to hear all we didn't have time. That's bullshit. You being irresponsible with your vagina. There's always time. That's stupid. You don't let dudes like him fuck you raw. You don't know. Hell, I was dealing with the same dude going on, 4 years. First of all, it was a while before we was even having sex. And then, I didn't play that no rubber shit. I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't play that shit. You know, I feel like, and I was on birth control. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know why you would let him fuck you raw like that. Like, that's crazy. You say you was having sex with him all the time. Stevie couldn't touch me with a 32-inch pole because, for one thing, he done had too many women. You don't know what he got going on. And for two, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. You know, it's just, shame on you. Shame on you. Matter of fact, I don't even blame him. As women, when certain things happen, we have to blame ourselves for stuff. You are more at fault than he is. For the simple fact that you knew who he was. You know, one thing I've learned in life, when people fuck us over, like, you know, in a way, we have to start holding ourselves accountable too, because why in the fuck was this person able to play with you like that? Why in the fuck was this person able to do you like that? As women, we have to hold ourselves accountable because we know certain shit. We already knew ahead of time. Now, to me, I think you need to figure out what you're going to do, because I don't see how this can even turn around in your favor. I mean, God can work miracles. But to me, he's a repeat offender, so I don't see him changing anytime soon. He has left a lot of women to be single parent baby mamas. So, I mean, unless you just want to add to the list of constant examples of women that, you know, he just didn't do right by. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, but that's on you if you want to deal with that. I couldn't deal with that. But then again, I wouldn't have, Stevie J is not a dude that I would have ever let fuck. But I'm not going to sit up here and, you know, down you about what you went through, because I know how it is to like a guy that, you know, and I've looked back on certain choices that I've had, you know, that I really was crazy about, even if it won't nothing but constantly calling a phone when they being mean. Why you keep calling me? You know, growing up, you know how you have a crush growing up, and looking back, some of them used to be mean because I told you I was a little chubby. You know, I had real big boobs. And, you know, the stuff that I used to allow, like, don't say hey to me when I'm in front of the homeboys, you know, because I was a little chubby, you know, and stuff like that. And looking back, I'm like, why in the world you let them treat you like that? You know, that's not okay. That's not cool, you know. So, I'm not going to sit up here and say, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have, you know, because I know how it feels to really like somebody. And, you know, it's just not, you know, mutual, if that makes sense. Or, you know, but in the same token, you know, let this be a lesson. We all have to learn lessons in different ways. You know, my lesson may not be your lesson. Your lesson may not be my lesson. You know, and don't let a lot of these women get up here, and I saw the comments under the video. Don't let them get up here and, you know, call you all types of hoes and skanks, because a lot of them got more secrets than you'll ever know. You know, so some of us gonna be, you know, humble with you, but some females ain't. That's just how some females are programmed. You know, don't pay it no mind. You did what you did. I think it was a poor choice to come telling us about it. I guess that's your way of trying to send smoke signals his way, or sirens, or some type of notification or alert that he need to reach out to you. To me, I feel like she planned on keeping the baby, because if you didn't, why in the fuck you telling us about it? I think she gonna keep it, and that's her way of telling him, hey, I'm going through this pregnancy, whether you here or not, right? I like I said, my point still stands. I don't see why he was able to fuck her raw. I just feel like if you absolutely needed it, you know, I feel like it should have been protection. It should have been protection. Here, I remember telling the guy a double, because, you know, I liked him a lot, and he told me he didn't believe in condoms, and I said, well, that's it. That's all, the conversation over. He said, damn, you know, it got to be like that. Yeah, conversation over. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. I'm in my mid-20s. I ain't got time for no children right now. I'm trying to finish, at the time, I was still working on my undergrad. Matter of fact, this, my charger not plugged in? What the fuck? Anyway, at the time, I was still in, undergrad. And I told him, I said, the baby will slow me down. I ain't got time for that. And we ain't talk no more. You could talk to me stuff. Well, if I were to, I probably can't feel it. And da-da-da. Okay, well, this is my body. It's my rules. You can't respect it. Oh, well. So, that was that on that. You either tell them up front, they either gonna say yay or nay. If they say nay, oh, well, fuck it. Next. He didn't care either, because he told me, he said, it's cool, I get hella pussy, I don't care. I said, okay, fine, that's cool. It is what it is. He didn't care either. He sure didn't. And, like my good Judy told me, that's how you know you was just a booty call. Because he won't even sweat me, So, nonetheless, you can always tell the guys that get females by the pound. Because when you turn them down, they be like, okay, no love lost, it's all good, and they go on about their business. But the ones that get mad, they don't hardly get no females hollering at them. But nonetheless, yeah, I think she need to pray on it. Pray on it, talk to God, to me, to be honest, I'm gonna tell y'all for real, I think it's that Stevie J way of saying, do what you gotta do. If you know what I mean. That's his way of ghosting her. Is his way of saying, do what you gotta do. Hint, hint. So I think that's her way of saying, y'all tell me where he at so I can get some child support off for him. Shit. I still say it all could have been handled with protection. It ain't nothing to reach in the nightstand and grab one out. And to me, to be honest, if y'all gonna meet up or whatever, it seemed like to me that's the first thing you ask him to show you. And ain't no turning off the light. I put it on, boo. Ain't none of that. You need to look and see. Like, nobody should have to have that conversation with you about the birds and the bees at this grown age. Nobody should have to. That means you been letting niggas fuck you raw. This conversation is something that your mother should have had with you young. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but as women, we bring a lot of things on ourselves, because it's no way Stevie J could have even looked my way, because I see too many examples of women that he done left high and dry. He nice looking. We not gonna lie. I believe he probably good in bed. Absolutely. I get that vibe from him. Absolutely. But he ain't shit. Why you want to hook yourself to somebody like that? And especially for a lifetime, because even after the kid is 18, the child is still, in my opinion, the child is still not grown. To me, you're not really grown. For me, I've been on my own since I was 20, right? But like I always say, 23 was the age where I really started to notice my brain was really starting to change. I'd say maybe even 22. I want to say I was about 22 when I got my first accounting job. And when I was there, that's when I think God really started to open my eyes to certain shit. You see what I'm saying? So I think for a woman, they say girls mature faster than boys. Maybe so. Because I think maybe 22, 23 was around the age that I really started to, even though I was on my own, I was still calling my dudes for small shit. Like around 20, 21, they was still hanging my curtains in my crib. They was still, around 20, they was showing me how to pay bills because that was my first place. So I had to learn how to, you know, pay my rent, pay my light bill, you know, call Cox Cable, you know. Then over time, as I started keeping the house, I said to myself, I'm going to stop calling Cox. I'm going to pay my bills online. Right? So you learn little stuff on your own. You learn little stuff on your own that works for you. Like, another example, over time, I got tired of calling or paying online. I just started setting everything up through auto. That way I ain't have to worry about it. You see what I'm saying? I ain't have to call these people on this day. Log in online. Then you got to remember your password. Oh, you wrote it down. You know, but it's still saying like, you know, let somebody else deal with it. I tell you a date, you take it out on that date. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, I still think around a certain age, you should just know. I'm not sure how old she is, but a lot of the days, these girls be looking a lot older than what they are because they wearing hella makeup, they doing drugs early, they out in the world very early, and it's making them look older than what they are. But nonetheless, that's her problem. Again, I'm not putting you down. You know, I gave you an example of how growing up, how, you know, maybe a guy you call all the time and he may be mean to you. Looking back, you know, it was a couple of instances where I would call and they would be mean, and, you know, just looking back, I'm like, why in the fuck you kept calling that boy? And then you won't talk about shit. You know, you fascinated with him because you think he's cute and, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, when you gonna come see me? If he around his homeboys, never, you know, and you like, why, you know, and you never got to kick it with him, but you still kept calling, you know, just looking back, you're like, why in the fuck you kept making yourself look stupid? But, you know, growing pains. So I can't sit up here and talk about you, you know. That happened again, like my good Judy say, stop making a cross reference to some shit that happened when you was like 13 and 14, girl. Like, be for real. You know. But nonetheless, that's how I feel, you know, about it. And again, it's up to you what you choose to do. But I feel like you shouldn't have got on the internet and told your tea like that. Like, I feel like you shouldn't have did that. But I mean, Godspeed, girl. Cause So look, y'all, check this out, right? So me and my mama, we was talking about something, right? And see, look, this is my dilemma, right? So on my day job, you know, anyway, it's predominantly women, right? So long story short, it's a couple of dudes, but not many, right? So, let's just say one of the girls there, well, it's a couple on that I don't really care for. You know what I'm saying? So, one in particular, well, we just gonna put it this way, right? So you know how a woman can be, right? For the girls out there like me that are not girls, y'all already know what I mean when I say that, okay? So, let's just say was it last week or was it the week before last? It was before we went on Christmas break, right? So, damn, this sun is bright. So, you all in my lane. I'm not going out my way to make room for you when you inconveniencing me. So anyway, so one of my New Year resolutions was to stop explaining myself to people that make it their mission to misunderstand me. And that goes for anybody, even my mama, right? I'm just saying. In certain things, when I know that she should understand where I'm coming from, you know, she don't do that sometimes. And I told her just then, I said, oh, you know, I said I was going to stop doing that. You know, because I feel like you should understand, right? And if you don't understand, I'm at a place in my life where I'm not bucking or nothing, but I'm at a place in my life where I'm going to start explaining myself to people that I feel like they should understand where I'm coming from, right? I'm going to stop doing that shit, okay? So, long story short, it's, you know how females can be, right? Well, not all females. I'm learning it's not everybody, you know. Some people not like that, right? So let's just say a girl got around, you know, on the Christmas break, I've learned in life to always look around the room when a person is talking to me, right? Look at people's facial expressions. So let's just say a girl got around two other girls. We was having a Christmas party. And she said, I like your voice. You should make a YouTube channel. And I was subscribed because I just love to hear your voice. You should make a YouTube channel and just talk, right? Little did she know I have one, right? I said, oh, wow, right? So I don't believe in getting people up in my Kool-Aid right there. I have nothing to hide, but I just don't believe in it, right? So nonetheless, so I was like, oh, wow. So, you know, I could tell by the facial expressions of the other girls in the, you know, the room. One of the girls was like, we're going to just call her A, letter A. A was like, wow, am I the only one that thinks her voice is nice? You know, and the other two just got quiet. I'm not stupid. I knew what that meant, right? And that meant you're giving her a compliment. Little did she know, I heard her talking to the other one. I heard A talking, we're going to call her T. I heard A talking to T, telling T, you're holding conversations with her after you were just talking shit about her. And she was like, stop it, you trying to start stuff, right? So, anyway, so, you know, they don't know that I heard that. And I didn't say anything, right? So, anyways, long story short, fast forward, right? So she said I should make a YouTube channel. I kind of laughed it off, right? So then she says, so some time went past. I've experienced a lot of girls like A in my lifetime. I'm in my mid-20s, but I've experienced a lot of people like her, right? Meaning, they only speak around certain people, if you get my drift. So, so she didn't want to speak when she got around certain people, right? And I mean, it's no biggie. I've dealt with stuff like that growing up, you know. So I told myself a long time ago, I stopped that years ago. If you can't treat me the same way when you get around one person, you won't treat me no way at all. You won't deal with me at all. So long story short, T is a snake. She's a snake. So I gotta get out in the car in a little bit. So I told y'all about her. I told y'all before, I have brought her to y'all attention before. So anyway, so nonetheless, let's just say, I know the story time gonna be all over the place because it's like, get to the point, right? So nonetheless, today, we're gonna fast forward to today, right? So A got around T and she walked right past me and acted like she couldn't speak, which didn't bother me because, you know, I'm the queen at not speaking, right? I've been told by the blacks, the whites, the young, and the old, right? So by you not speaking don't bother me because, hey, I'm the queen of queens when it comes to that, right? I have been told I can look you right in your face and it's as if I'm looking right through you, right? I have been told this by an older person. So anyway, long story short, we're going to fast forward. So when T went in the room, she felt the need to say, hey, you know, she said, hey, da-da-da, you know. And I act like I didn't hear her, right? And she said, hey, I just spoke to you. And I said, I don't care. Because when you got around her, I saw you out my peripheral, look me up and down and grunt on me, walk right past me as if I did something to you. And I know I haven't done nothing to you. So I don't care about you speaking to me, right? And my mom was like, Lord, please, it's going to start. I said, Mom, I don't care. Because the thing is, I know you don't come back to me. You don't treat me like that. And then when you get around one person, and then because you speak to me, when this person not around, I'm supposed to automatically owe you a hello. You don't treat me like that. I don't care. I'm not, and I guess what I said, the older I get, sometimes I want to start my own business because I'm tired of having to go along with bullshit on jobs just to keep a damn job. I don't owe you that. How dare you treat me one way when one person is around, and just because that person not around, you think I owe you the decency to treat you any differently than you have treated me? Fuck you, bitch. I ain't say all that, but you're not about to expect that from me. And then that's why I say the older I get, I think I want to start my own business because I'm tired of going along with bullshit on jobs just to keep a job. Like I did something to you and I know I ain't did nothing. Like I told her, I said, so what? You spoke to me when you, hey, da-da-da. You look, I saw you right out my peripheral. You looked at me like I did something to you. I ain't did nothing to you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't did nothing to her either. It's jealousy. I ain't did nothing to none of y'all. Like I told her, I said, I ain't did nothing to none of y'all. And I'm not about to sit here and try to figure out what I done did to you bitches when I know I ain't did shit to y'all. Fuck that. And fuck you. Right? I didn't say all that, but like I told her, I said, I don't owe you. It's no hard feelings. I don't owe you that. You don't owe me a hello. I don't owe you a hello. You should not expect nothing from me that you did not give me. And she just walked away. Because, the fact that I ain't that longer, I told myself, I'm going to stop doing that. Trying to sit here and try to figure out what I did. What did I ain't did shit to y'all, to you, none of you bitches. But I'm going to stop letting people, I used to let people treat me that way growing up so much, y'all. Because I had big boobs. I was shaped funny. You know what I'm saying? And then when bitches was getting to know me, they will always say, you kind of funny too. You know what I'm saying? And I would let them treat me like that. Because back in the day, I had big boobs. Right? So back in the day, which, you know what? I'm glad I had them big boobs growing up because it taught me a lot of life lessons, how people can be. Right? And I'm not going to let people treat me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't speak to me because I'm weird or something, or I'm a clown or something. No, fuck that. So once my boobs, I don't have my boobs anymore. And you can't pay me to have big titties anymore. Because I couldn't find really a lot of cute clothes. Because I didn't have no ass. And, it just made it look like I was, like they said, a letter P. But as I get older, I told myself I'm going to stop dissing the younger version of myself because I went through a bad depression. And a lot of people didn't know. And I said, I'm going to stop letting people, I'm going to stop dissing myself because I already was going through a bad depression. I went through a lot going to school. And, it was just a lot for me. And a lot of kids don't make it out of depressions. And God had it so I made it out of that depression. I'm going to stop letting people treat me like that. Because regardless if I had big boobs or not, bitch, if you can't treat me one way with one person around, you don't treat me one way, and then how dare you look at me like that when this bitch around, and then when she not around, you feel like you gonna be in my face, and because I don't return that same fake ass energy, that was rude. Bitch, fuck you. It was rude what you did. I ain't did shit to you. And I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna stop letting people treat me like that. I stopped that a long time ago. My dude, someone said, oh, here we go. No, ain't no here it go. Because I always been, y'all, on any job, I always been the type that just did not go along with bullshit. And, and sometimes in life, that can make people label you problematic. Because how my godmother says, it's like, the way she explained it is you wear your feelings on your sleeve. The stuff like my dude said, had she did that to my dude was like, had she did that to me, I would have said, hey, back and kept it moving because I already know the bitch fate. So just to keep the peace, I would have just went along with it. Because if she goes back, and tells them what you said to her, they can say that you're trying to start problems in the office. And I said, how was that? She said, because all you had to do was say hi back. You know, even though you know she fake, you could have said hi back and under your breath said that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They could try to make it seem like you started stuff because all you had to do was say hi back. I'm like, but see, the thing with me is I never been a go along with it just to get along type of bitch. I never been that girl. And I've learned in life sometimes that can make people label you the problem. And you know what? One thing I've grown to accept with myself, you know, I'm just not a everybody's girl. I got my couple of people I keep in contact with, but I'm just not that girl that's for everybody. And that's fine. We all can't be that girl, you know, but, and I'm not going to be nobody's doormat on the job. I'm not going to be, you're not about to be treating me any kind of way. And I just, you know, you're not about to be picking and choosing when you want to be nice, when you want to grunt on me, when you want to be hateful. I'm not about to let nobody do me like that. And every time I tell people that, they're like, well, that means you need to have your own shit. Because it's going to be fake people everywhere you go. That's just life. That's just life. But nonetheless, me and my dudes, we bumped heads about that. She said, you got to learn to just go along with it. Just go along to get along. You just got to learn, you know. And I understand that. And I've always struggled with that, y'all. I have always struggled with being fake towards people. I have always struggled with that. I am not good at being fake at all. My old CFO told me that once before. She said, you don't know how to be fake. I don't. And I'm working on my master's degree. I don't know how to be fake. And some of my courses are psychology. You would think that I would know how to play. I don't know how. I don't know how to be fake. You know, I just don't. If I don't see it for you, it's going to show. Even if I tried to, you know, it's just going to show. But nonetheless, that's what it is. That's what it is.